Hi guys, how are you all today afternoon? Good afternoon. In this verse of Ashtavakra Gita, Raja Janaka says, where there is the false ego of I-ness and mindness, there is bondage. Where there is no such ego, there is freedom. Raja Janaka is self-realized. His ego is pure. It is complete. He knows that he is a part and parcel of the self. He is identifying himself as self and not as the mind-body complex. But on an average, the living entities identify themselves with the mind-body complex which they have got while coming to this universe or while taking birth in this universe. This is known everywhere in scriptures as false ego. When you identify yourself with the self, you dissolve yourself into the self, and so there is no I-ness and mindness while playing the sport of life in the universe. Only when you keep identifying yourself with the false ego of mind-body complex that you think about I-ness and mindness. This is the cause of bondage. Let us see how it is. I am this, I am that. Everybody says. Every human being introduces himself or herself as I am A, I am B, I am C. Then my son, my wife, my mother, my father, brother, sister, friend, relatives. In America, in mafia, there is a very strange type of ego. If you are introduced by a mafiosi as friend of mine, that means that you are only a friend of that person. Otherwise, if you are also already a member of the mafia, you will be introduced as friend of ours. If you are introduced as friend of ours, you become a mafia member and every other mafia member will treat you similarly. If you are a mafia member, you can do anything which a normal person cannot do, according to mafia in the American underworld. I says, I am this person. This is my brother, my father, my mother, my son, daughter, sister, girlfriend, boyfriend. When this happens, when a person says, this is mine, this raises the question of possessiveness. This individual mind-body complex has begun possessing the other living entities. In that case, it is a cause for bondage. How? Suppose I introduce a girl as my sister or girlfriend. Any other person touching that person or talking that person, I am not supposed to like it. Even if I don't mind, the society will mind. It will say, this is his sister and yet this fellow is keeping quiet. It will make life miserable for me till I take up arms against the other man. If my girlfriend is friendly with another person, that is a that is a attack. It is an attack on my reputation. I am supposed to guard my reputation. Similarly, if my son, my family, my brother, etc. are attacked or harmed, it is supposed to be my responsibility to take arms against the attacker for my brother or my family or my son. It is another matter that the attack was in retaliation for something offensive my own family had done. The mistake was from the member of my family, yet I am supposed to protect this person against a genuinely nice person. Somewhere in my previous verse, I had mentioned about never reject or accept anything because that is bondage. Accepting my own family's faults and rejecting the goodness of another person is nothing but bondage. Similarly, my house, my car, my vehicle, my property, my jewelry, you think that you cannot do anything without it and that anybody who touches it is bad. This leads to a lot of trouble, anger, violence, vindictiveness, enmity, etc. That is what is called bondage, and that is what Janaka tries to explain in this verse. Yes, there is nothing wrong in your possessing some wealth and in your guarding the wealth, but guard it like a person who is self-reliant. Don't try to be over possessive about anything, whether it is relatives, girlfriends, boyfriends, love, wife, husband, and so on. Because when you turn a blind eye towards justice, it only leads to further trouble and complication. There have been several such instances where you were forced to take revenge against a genuinely nice party when that party somehow had a beef with someone from your family. That is wrong. You should use your conscience, your character, and your sense of justice to decide upon what is right and what is wrong. While you are a member of the self, there is nothing right or wrong about anything. But even then, when you are living in this universe as an individual, though you are not identifying with the mind-body complex, yet you should follow the rules of this universe and never do any harm to any individual because you have not given birth to any individual. You are not the owner of the self. The self is infinite, and every human being or universe has come out of the cell like a bubble, foam, wave, or so on. We have no right to harm anyone, individual or material, to feed our own false ego and to serve our own purpose. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this subject. If you sincerely feel that I am talking sense, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my other videos, both past and future. Till we meet next time in my next video, it is good evening from TSV Raghavan.